Oh, we are so back, baby. And by we, I mean me and my TBR jar. We've missed you. Have you missed us? If you're new here, my name is Abby and I upload lifestyle videos here on YouTube, and I have been over the last 8 years. I'm also super active over on Instagram and TikTok, so definitely follow me on my socials. They're always linked down below. I worked in public accounting for 3 years, and I've been a content creator for 8 years, and now I'm working full-time as a creator manager at the talent agency that I had the honor of being a part of over the last 7 years until I became a manager there. I fully had intentions of doing this video monthly throughout this year. If you follow me, you know that I was working a very demanding full-time job. Busy season got the best of me when I was working in public accounting, and I'm thinking I can keep up with these monthly now. Might be a little bit difficult through the next few months, so I might just be a little bit late getting them up. Let me know if you guys like these and if you want them to stay monthly, or if there's like a different sit-down video in place of these you'd rather see, or if you'd rather this just be like a segment of a vlog instead of a standalone video. I don't usually get a ton of views on these videos, especially compared to my vlogs, but I'm really happy to do them for you guys. I find a lot of joy in doing them. They're some of my favorite videos to watch on YouTube, and I love talking about books with you guys. But I'm really setting a goal for myself to finish out this year with doing a TBR jar picks my monthly reads video throughout the rest of the year. I'm very glad that we are doing this video this month because I have been in the worst reading slump since I finished the Throne of Glass series that I have sitting here next to me. I finished it in July and it's almost September, and I just feel like every book I'm reading is just not hitting as good as it could, and it's because I'm comparing everything to my Sweet Baby Kingdom of Ash and the Sweet Baby series. Gotta have a fun fall bevy, of course. I've got my Olipop Crisp apple to help with us today. So good. I feel like I need to preface this by saying I am in a book club, so I'm going to try to make the book club pick for September, because I do already know it, which is helpful, fit into one of the prompts that I pull. If I don't, it's no big deal. I want to be realistic. I typically only read like 2 to 3 books a month if I'm lucky, because I'm really busy with creating content and working full time, and also just trying to live as a normal human and not be working all the time. So with that being said, I'm gonna go for more than 2 or 3 books. With my new job though and working remote, I haven't been listening to audiobooks as much because I used to only listen to them on my commute, and now I'm not commuting. But I think I'm gonna draw 4 or 5 prompts today and challenge myself to read more books through using audiobooks, because I can definitely listen to some as I work. I don't have to be like so attentive to the point of like I can't have any distractions. With my new job, with some tasks, yes, but like there's a lot of just like email checklist type things that I do in my new job where I can totally be playing music or a video in the background and not be distracted. Whereas when I worked in tax, I had to be like all in all the time, and I couldn't really listen to other things while I was working for most of the work I did. So with that being said, I think I can listen to more audiobooks, which will help me read more books in September. And I'm also really planning and hoping to just be way better about not doom scrolling in September. It's been so bad lately for a variety of different reasons. One, I love fall content, so I'm just like doom scrolling and indulging in all the fall content that's on my For You page because it's so cozy. And also for my new full-time job as a creator manager, I'm currently casting and filling up my roster, which involves a lot of scrolling on social media, even outside of like my job hours. So I've been on social media a whole lot, and in September I really want most weekends to either do a full social media detox or at least one day of the weekend, which will give me more time to read and be a lot more strict about my hours on social media outside of the work day. So with all that being said, I think our slightly ambitious goal of 4 to 5 books and drawing 4 to 5 prompts will be good. So without further ado, let's get into drawing our prompts and see what the TBR jar has in store for us for September. I'm just so excited that it's the Burr month. But I'm also so sad because I feel like they're gonna go by so fast like they do every year. I'm doing like a no buy with books unless it's the book I have to get for book club. Everything I'm picking is either on my bookshelf, coming available to me on Libby, I'll go get it at the public library, or I'll get it on Kindle Unlimited. Okay, let's get started with our prompts. Prompt number 1. A book with food on the cover. Okay, my mind instantly goes to Piglet by Lottie Hazel, or Ripe, which I have on my shelf here by Sarah Rose Etter. I've got a pomegranate on the front. To get Piglet on Libby, it's 14-week wait. So going through my fall TBR, I wanted to see if there was anything that had food on the cover within my fall TBR so that I can really focus on getting through those books. The Full Moon Coffee Shop, maybe? No, that doesn't have anything on it. There's nothing on my fall TBR that has food on it, so it looks like Ripe is going to be our winner for this prompt. I'm glad I have a physical copy so I can show you guys. This book's only 265 pages, so it could be like a quick, easy read. I didn't want to read this while I was working my full-time job because I felt like it was going to make me too depressed and make me spiral even more than I already was about hating my full-time job at the time. But now that I love my job, I am happy to explore reading it. This is about Cassie, who is a year into her startup working in Silicon Valley. She's really struggling with the increasing cost of living, all the promises of working in tech, and then all of the poverty around her. She winds up pregnant unexpectedly, and she's really burnt out and sleep deprived, and what her CEO is demanding of her goes from being unethical to literally illegal. And she ends up having to explore if the tempting fruits of Silicon Valley are worth the labor, or if there's something better for her on the horizon. Prompt number 2. It's been so long since I've done this, I don't even like remember the prompts that are in here. Absolutely not. I'm questioning everything. Why am I doing this video? Start the longest series on your TBR. Oh my gosh. I would say Zodiac Academy, but I don't even think I technically have it on my TBR. I've just like heard of it, but I really don't think that's worth it. I'm gonna see if I have it on my TBR or not. I don't actually have it on my TBR like on Fable, so I'm not counting that. Crescent City maybe, that's like probably longest in page count for what I have right now. I just finished up reading a lot of series, so the thought of like starting a new one really just doesn't sound great to me. Fourth Wing maybe? Or Magnolia Parks. How many books are in that? 3? No, there's 5. Okay, that's Magnolia Parks. Okay, the longest series has to be Magnolia Parks because there's 5 books. I didn't realize that. I thought there were only 3. I'm trying to do a no-buy, so with that being the case, there aren't any series that I have to start physically. Oh my gosh, wait, it's actually Boys of Tommen. Is that on Kindle Unlimited? Allegedly, the Boys of Tommen, however you say it, series is available on Kindle Unlimited. If that's the case, we're definitely going with Boys of Tommen because there are 6 books, which is definitely the longest on my TBR right now. Next up would be Magnolia Parks, and since I'm trying to do a no-buy, we're gonna say Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. Wow, I can't believe I'm starting another series. Next up, read a sequel was the next prompt. I promise I didn't change it. My camera died literally as I was like saying read a sequel. I don't have any sequels physically. Everything is either a standalone or I finished the series or I haven't started the series. I'm actually not reading any series right now since I literally just did my finishing series. I'm in the middle of reading video. I'm not going to use this prompt right now since I'm not even reading any series. So let's redraw. Hopefully I don't get that one again. That would be funny. Let's see. No, this is the worst TBR drawing. I don't want to do this. Reread an old favorite. Guys, I don't want to reread anything. My TBR is too long. Will you guys be mad at me if I put this in for another time? We don't have time for this. That's a summertime thing to do. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Okay, let's try this again. A book set in your hometown or close to it. Okay, this is extremely niche. I am from Panama City Beach, Florida. There's one book I can think of that is based close to it, and I do think I have it on Libby, but I don't know if it's going to be available soon enough, and I don't know if it's on KU, so we'll have to see if this aligns with my no-buy. This is making this really complicated, isn't it? That book is The Girls Who Grew Big by Layla Motley. I found this in, I want to say, one of my local bookstores. This is about teen moms in the Florida Panhandle, which Panama City Beach is in the Florida Panhandle. I don't know if the town this is based in is fictional or if it's real. I'm pretty sure it's fictional. Padua Beach, I've never heard of that. But this is about Adela, who's 16 years old, finds out she's pregnant. Her parents send her to Padua Beach, Florida, to her grandmother's house. And she meets Emery, who has a baby of her own and brings her to high school. And then she also meets Simone. And they have a group called The Girls, which is basically just the young teen moms. The town treats them like outcasts and thinks that they've lost their way, but really they are trying to just find love, navigate friendships, and make friends. This book really just explores what it means to be a young woman and the overall paradox of girlhood. It has really great reviews. I just want to see if it's on KU or on Libby. I can't get it quick enough on Libby. Confirming The Girls Who Grew Big is on Kindle Unlimited, so we will try to get to that as our book based in your hometown or close to it. Okay, last 2. I really need this to be something that works for reading Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I literally have a signed copy here. One of my best friends is like dying for me to read this, and I got a signed copy at Blue Willow. See, when it came out. I am dying to read this, and it's like the last thing on my summer TBR that I just like really want to get to this year, so I need this to fit in the next prompt or 2. A book by an author with the same birth month. Taylor Jenkins Reid, if you aren't in Aries, I'm gonna be pissed. Or born in April, I should say. Come on, April. Crap, December. That doesn't work. Okay, for book club, we are reading The Frozen River by Ariel Lawhan. I'm gonna see when her birthday is. July. That doesn't work. I'm gonna see if any of the authors for the books that are available in September for me, for Libby, if any of their birthdays are in April. We have The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods, Like Mother by Susan Rieger, You Again by Kate Goldbeck, Love is a Mixtape by Rob Sheffield, and Babel by R.F. Kuang, and The Secret History by Donna Tartt. And those are all of the books I'm anticipating getting in September through my Libby. Evie Wood's birthday is not publicly available, just the birth year. Susan Rieger. Can't find Susan Rieger's. I'm filming this on my lunch break, so I can't look for it. Kate Goldbeck, when is your birthday? Can't find Kate Goldbeck's birthday. Rob Sheffield. Okay, Rob Sheffield was born February 2nd. It's not gonna work. So close. R.F. Kuang's May. Donna Tartt, December. Y'all, what the heck? So nobody on my Libby. This is great. Book of Doors by Gareth Brown. Let's see when his birthday is, because that's on my fall TBR. March. Close, but not close enough. What about Rachel Gillig? Because I have One Dark Window on my TBR for fall, and it's on Kindle Unlimited, I believe. Not publicly available. What about Rebecca Yarros? I can start Fourth Wing. Oh my gosh, guys, we're reading Fourth Wing. Her birthday's April 13th. Okay, that solves it. One of my best friends who really wants me to read this, she's gonna be really excited about Fourth Wing too. I've been avoiding it like the plague because I'm just like worried it's gonna let me down. That gives us 4. Let's draw one more because I just need to read atmosphere and I just have to find a prompt that's gonna work for it. Okay, I have 2. Let's see what this one is. It's just not in the cards for me to read atmosphere right now, apparently, according to the TBR jar. Read from a genre you never pick up. I'm thinking sci-fi. Dark academia could work because I actually have never read a dark academia. I feel like that's more of a subgenre. I actually think dark academia might be the move because I do read historical fiction. I just only seasonally read it. Other thing could be thriller, but I don't even have any thrillers on my TBR right now, and I'm not gonna go try and find one. I obviously read fantasy and romance, and that's what a lot of my books are on my TBR, especially for fall. I'm gonna do the shorter of Babel or The Secret History. Okay, Babel, however you say it, is 544 to 560 pages, depending on the version. 544 as well to 640, that's a big range. This Reddit thread says it's 629 pages in the Penguin edition. I'm just gonna do Babel because I think it's gonna be available first on Libby, so it'll probably be better to do that one. Unfortunately, Atmosphere did not make it according to my TBR jar, but I am gonna say I will probably veer off of my TBR jar picks and still end up reading this because I think it'll be very bingeable and something I can read really quickly. Let's recap all the prompts we drew today. First up, we had a book with food on the cover, and we are gonna be reading Ripe by Sarah Rose Etter. And then we drew to start the longest series on your TBR, and we are going to start the Boys of Tommen series by Chloe Walsh, starting with Binding 13. And then we drew a book set in your hometown or close to it. We'll be reading The Girls Who Grew Big by Layla Motley. And then we drew a book by an author with the same birth month, and for that we are doing Fourth Wing by the one and only Rebecca Yarros. And lastly, we drew Read from a Genre You Never Pick Up. For that, we are reading Babel by R.F. Kuang. I'm a little excited for this TBR. I'm excited to start Fourth Wing finally and just like be in the know. I think I'm excited to start the Boys of Tommen series. I remember last time I talked about it, I got a lot of comments about it, but I don't know if I can say I'm excited to read it because I have heard that it's a very like heavy series. But overall, just excited to get some books off the TBR in general. And hopefully in October and November, we'll find some more books from my fall TBR that will align with my no-buy challenge that I'm trying to do right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any uploads from me, and follow me on my socials linked down below. If you made it to the end, comment the orange heart emoji and let me know if you enjoy these videos and if you want to keep seeing them every month. That's all from me in the TBR jar this week. I will see you all in my next video.